Giants lost to the Dallas Cowboys. What was the score? 49-17. They actually gave it more points than last time. Let's look at the bright side of things, though, right? Like, number one, the Giants have the second pick in the NFL draft with the Cardinals win. That's cool. Andrew Thomas is not dead. That's a positive, right? Like, he looked like he was dead on the ground. He's not dead. And the Giants had their second highest scoring output of the season. That's actually not a positive. That is disgusting. That's 17 points. That one touchdown in total garbage time is their second highest scoring output. Tommy DeVito is just not really an NFL QB, and we knew that going in, right? He was an undrafted free agent, was meant to be on the practice squad all year and grow, and then maybe battle for the backup job next year. But he's just not. He's not an NFL QB. 14-27, 86 yards. Without the last drive, he was 8-16 with 37 yards. Like, the majority of his production came on that last drive. He just doesn't have the arm talent to make throws downfield. But I think more importantly is just he just has no idea how to handle blitz or pressure or anything, right? His eyes just go completely down, versus pressure. Like, he avoided one sack, right? And it was a 3rd and long, and he just never looks up after that when he had plenty of time to run around and maybe make a throw. And that's an issue, right? And I think the Giants may move to Matt Barkley going forward. But at the same time, no one really cares about that right now. And it's got to suck for this coaching staff, right? And this front office. Like, your second biggest free agent investment of their first year was backup QB and Tyrod Taylor, so that they wouldn't be in the Mike Glennon, Jake Fromm situation. And yet, here they are in the Mike Glennon, Jake Fromm situation where it's like, you're going to look horrible no matter what you do. And obviously, when it's this bad, there's going to be conversations about firing people. Like, should Aaron Dale be fired? Should Joe Shane be fired? But I really think that is just not an option for this New York Giants team. Like, yeah, the challenge at the beginning of the game is horrible. But what are you going to do to, face the Dallas Cowboys with Tommy DeVito as your starting quarterback? Now, there is issues, right, that go beyond just that. You had no run game in the first half. Saquon had 7 carries for 1 yard. Second half, he had 6 for 65, but the game is over at that point. So what Brian Dable's main goal really has to be is to keep the locker room from imploding and get them invested to when they're playing the teams like the Commanders and the Patriots, they can at least look halfway competitive, even though as fans we want them to get as close to the top pick as possible. Like you saw issues with Slayton and the wide receiver coach Mike Rowe today, and then Dable and Shepard are going and calming him down. Broadcast didn't show, but they did say that there was like a heated argument with Dable and Saquon. Obviously, Saquon's the last guy you got to worry about, like the locker room fracture with. But that has to be the main goal. And I think it's more so keeping, like, the offense is going to suck regardless, keeping the defensive invested, right? This is the Cowboys had 644 yards on offense. I was looking for the stat. I thought I saw somewhere it's like the most yards a team or the Giants have getting up to like 1947. Like, every cornerback got cooked from Banks. Flott, although he did have that interception, ended up going out of the game. I don't know if he was battling with an injury or what, but he was, he got beat on the Brandon Cooks touchdown and beat on a couple other plays. Trey Hawkins at the catch point every time. Darnay Holmes gave up big plays. He played his first defensive snaps in like 4 weeks. He'd only played 9 in the last 6 games coming into this game. So, and then the pass rush was non-existent. Kayvon left with a concussion. Dex had 2 QB hits, right? But one of them, probably his best hit, was a big deep play that Dak Prescott completed. Just had all the time in the world, right? When the Giants, because they worked more zone in this game than they usually do, Dak was able to find the holes in it. When they went to man, their guys won in man coverage. So it's a hard game to game plan for when you have the cornerback play being as bad as it was. But you can't have those types of defensive performances going forward. Like, you got to be more competitive, or there's going to be issues. Like, we have guys on that side of the ball. You should be able to compete at least. Like I said, Jalen Hyatt, Kayvon Thibodeau had concussions. So, listen, it's going to be rough sledding for the Giants going forward. No one's denying that. It's just doing as much damage control to get into the offseason healthy and without people hating each other, or people that matter hating each other at least. So I appreciate you guys. We'll have a full pod out. Damn, how about that? Let's go Big Blue.